In this episode of PowerSports Adventures, we're riding the sand at the Killpecker Sand Dunes as we leave the off-road staging area. Then it's gearbox updates on the latest equipment for your side-by-side. We'll give you a close-up look at the area with ancient petroglyphs and more. Then we meet up with Johnny and the crew from toyskins.com as the bets are placed and the challenge begins to climb to the top of the Big Dune. All this and more coming up next in this episode of PowerSports Adventures.
That's natural steel.
PowerSports Adventures is sponsored by Starting Line Products, setting the world's performance standards. StartingLineProducts.com, UTV Tech, Power Performance Protection, UTVTech.com. Ryfab for all your side-by-side accessories, cargo boxes, windshields, and more. Ryfab.com. Bosky, ATV wagons and trailers, world's #1 selling line of off-road trailers. ATVwagon.info and motorsport.com, largest online motorsports parts and accessories. Meg and I are on our way to the Killpecker Sand Dunes in central Wyoming. We're traveling on I-80 East through the town of Rock Springs and will soon be turning north on Highway 191 at the Elk Street exit. This exit is well marked.
Blake and I have driven through Rock Springs, Wyoming before, but this is the first time on Highway 191 North, and soon we're on a 2-lane road. This road has sagebrush on both sides and is in good condition.
Just a short drive, about 10 miles north of town, we turn right at the brown sign and onto a graveled road. 8 more miles to get to the parking lot. We are traveling light today with just the PowerSports Adventure RZR on an open trailer. We are planning on meeting up a little later in the day with Johnny and the crew from toyskins.com. This area of Wyoming is beautiful, rugged, and unspoiled as we see the famous landmark, the Boar's Tusk, out in the distance. We'll be visiting the Boar's Tusk later in the show, but first we're headed to the sand.
Off to our left is a small herd of antelope running through the sagebrush. I really love this area of Wyoming. It's rugged, natural, and beautiful. You can keep your city offices, give me these wide open spaces. And I'm now getting really excited to arrive at the Killpecker Sand Dunes.
Just past the sign back there that said Killpecker Sand Dunes, 2 miles ahead. We'll soon be rolling into the parking lot. Well, Meg, we've made it to the Killpecker Sand Dunes here in beautiful Wyoming.
Well, the sand dunes are right behind us, and we're going to be testing out some products today from Starting Line Products, UTV Tech, and ITP Tires. And from what I understand, here at the Killpecker Sand Dunes, we have about 20 square miles of OHV area that we can ride in.
Well, Meg, that ought to be enough. Yep. Let's go check it out. It's still early in the day, and there's still some moisture in the sand from last night's rainstorm. This area of Wyoming doesn't get a lot of rainfall. The locals refer to it as a high desert. I think the sign said about 6,000 plus elevation. This area is huge, so until I get familiar with these dunes, I'm staying fairly close to the staging area. Besides, we're supposed to be meeting up with Johnny and his crew from toyskins.com sometime today. But it's a great day with blue skies and the temperature is fantastic, about 60 plus degrees. When we come back, we'll be riding the sand and checking out the ancient petroglyphs as we discover just how cool this area of Wyoming is. So don't go away, you're watching PowerSports Adventures.
From mild to wild, Starting Line products can help with your RZR accessory needs. Heavy-duty front and rear bumper kits, rocker armor, high flow, quiet silencer, secure storage glove box, and side doors are just a taste of the products offered. For a free catalog, call us at 208-529-0244 or visit us online at startinglineproducts.com.
UTV Tech, specializing in power, performance, and protection products. UTV Tech offers Max Flow Series vents and grills, increased protection for your radiator while letting your unit run cooler. ProTech Series underbody protection, including A-arm guards, rock sliders, and Under Armour. For more information, visit us on the web at www.utvtech.com/free catalog or give us a call at 208-522-1301.
Welcome back to PowerSports Adventures. Meg and I are in central Wyoming with our tricked out RZR, and we have arrived at the Killpecker Sand Dunes off-road vehicle staging area. We have our orange safety flag mounted to the machine, and we're leaving the staging area to have a great time.
The Killpecker Sand Dunes is the largest active sand dune field in North America. But for all of its large size, it's little known outside west central Wyoming. The OHV open area is designated for multiple use. People bring dune buggies, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, ATVs, and they have a lot of fun out here on the dunes. They get to play on 11,000 acres that's designated as open play area. The Killpecker Sand Dunes lies inside a vast area that they call the Red Desert. Now, Killpecker is really unique in that the flats kind of weave their way in between a mixture of moderate and giant dunes out here. You see, most sand dune areas, they have the flats and the smaller dunes only on the edges, and then the larger dunes are in the middle. Now, Killpecker's layout is a lot different because you'll have large dunes right near nice flat smaller dunes. So it makes it really perfect for experienced and newbies alike to come out and ride together, because the people who are less experienced, they can play on the flat areas and the smaller dunes, while their friends can play right on the other side of them on some of the moderate dunes and the larger dunes. You see, Killpecker is a great place for beginners because they really get to see what riding dunes is all about. A large part of the OHV area is an active producing gas field. There's a number of facilities out here, pipelines, storage tanks, valves, and the changing winds can bury them and expose them. So when you're riding out here, stay alert. But today, we're just enjoying the sand. Stay tuned because we'll be right back with a lot more action from the Killpecker Sand Dunes, right here on PowerSports Adventures.
Hi, I'm Gail Ryan with RightFab, and we manufacture windshields and cargo boxes for the Polaris RZR, Canon Commander, and Arctic Cat Wildcat. Just like our windshield, the rear window is safety glass to give you added protection from the elements. As you can see, we've been out riding today, and it's collecting the dust, not me. For more information, go to our website, rightfab.com, or call us at 435-753-2655.
Welcome back to PowerSports Adventures. We're at the Killpecker Sand Dunes in west central Wyoming, enjoying a blue sky day and temps around 65 degrees. It's early in the day, so we pretty much have the dunes to ourselves. And as you can see, the first tracks for the day are ours, just the way we like it. Okay, we've been out doing some riding and having a lot of fun here on the Killpecker Sand Dunes, and we decided to stop here just for a minute and talk about some of the equipment we have on our RZR today. Now, one of the things that doesn't make a RZR go any faster, but it really has a cool factor, is I gotta point out we got Toy Skins done our graphics package, and so I'm going to give a shout out for Toy Skins right off the start here. One of the most important things that we have on our machine today is the sand tires, being as we're out here in the sand. And we've mounted some Dune Star tires from ITP, and these are working really well for us today. They're extremely lightweight, yet durable. The carcass has a special rubber compound that delivers an ideal level of flotation, flexibility, and cornering capacity. And that's something that we really need when you're out here on the Killpecker Sand Dunes. And one thing that's really important when you're out here on the sand is having the ability to turn. Now, one of the things I want to point out on this ITP Dune Star tire is the center rib, this turning rib that's very, very important. Now, there's a lot of sand tires out there and they have different features, but this is really something special. It's a taper and it's narrower in the front, and then it comes wider in the back, and it's kind of broke up here in the middle, and the ribs come off the side. This is really an excellent design for turning in the sand. On the rear of our machine, we have some Sandstar tires that uses 8 30mm main paddles as well as 8 mini scoops. This patent pending design creates much quicker hookup and acceleration than anything on the market today. And the molded in logos and the bold sidewall hot patch logo shouts, "This is really cool." The Sandstar rear features an angled offset V paddle, which allows for easier turning and siding. And when you're out in the sand, weight is everything, and so it's really important to have a lightweight tire and the tire that's really strong and durable. And that's what these ITP tires are. Now, most of the area here at the Killpecker Sand Dunes is just a bunch of sand, as you can see right here. But there are areas where there's a few rocks down the bottom. Might cause some trouble if you hit it square. So I want to kind of show you some things that we've got on our RZR that offer some protection. All right, now we use this machine in a lot of different applications, and it wouldn't be that applicable today here on the sand dunes, but I do want to point out that we've got some UTV Tech rocker sliders on here, and they work really well if you're on the rocks and that type of thing. It protects the side of your machine, it protects the underneath. Now, right here on the front of our RZR, we have some additional protection. And this is Protect by UTV Tech. It protects the A-arms. Out here in the sand, you normally don't hit anything, but sometimes when you get in the bottom, there's some rocks, things like that, and it just gives you the extra protection that you need. Now, out here at the Killpecker Sand Dunes, there's a lot of other obstacles, and you have to be kind of careful for them. They have gas wells and a few oil wells, and there's some pipes and things like that. So you have to be paying attention when you're out here at Killpecker Sand Dunes. And some of the things that might help you when you're driving around is the A-arm protection that we have here, Protect protection by UTV Tech. And if we happen to run across something like that, we're protected, our front end's protected. Now, on the front of our machine, we have a bumper by Starting Line Products. It's really cool. If you're out in an area to where you need some extra protection, this is the bumper right here. As you can see, it wraps all the way around the front of our RZR. It has a lot of protection down the front. I've mounted a couple of clevises right here to the very front of the Starting Line bumper. It can be used for tying down the machine travel, or if you ever have a problem, you need to be towed out, especially if you get your machine buried in the sand. Now, it's a pretty warm day here at the Killpecker Sand Dunes, and so one of the things that's on our mind is having plenty of airflow into the radiator. And we've added a UTV Tech small honeycomb radiator protection. Has razor cut right in the front, and that really makes an additional airflow and keeps our machine running a lot cooler today. Now, we've got a lot of cool accessories here on our razor, but now it's time to take them out and ride the sand. When we come back, Meg and I are checking out some ancient petroglyphs located right next to the sand dunes, and they are really cool. Then Johnny from ToySkins.com finally arrives, and the excitement is heating up. So don't go away. All this and more coming up next on PowerSports Adventures.
ATV Wagons by Bosky are the world's #1 selling line of off-road trailers. They get work done fast, so you have more time to play. Each model has rugged features like 25-inch flotation tires, independent suspension, and high-speed tapered bearings. Whether it's chopping wood, tracking elk, or escaping to your family's off-the-grid oasis, your ATV wagon has the courage to get you there and back. Superior design, components, and craftsmanship guarantee a long and trouble-free life. And because it's Bosky built, you damn well know it's tough.
At motorsports.com, we love to ride. From trails to the track, we've got you covered. We stock all the hottest brands in parts and gear, maintain the largest in-stock selection, and offer free 3-day express shipping on orders over $99. Visit motorsport.com and shop with the guys that ride.
Welcome back to PowerSports Adventures. We're at the Killpecker Sand Dunes out here in wonderful Wyoming. And just across the way a little bit, we came up on a sign that said, Petroglyphs, 3 miles.
Now, we traveled the 3 miles down to the petroglyphs, but then we found we had to walk about 1/4 of a mile into the petroglyphs. But it was well worth it. These are incredible.
Now, this one right here looks like someone on a horseback with a spear, holding a spear. And then this one right here looks like an elk or a moose or something like that. These are really interesting.
It looks like this rock is very porous rock, and there's a lot of shallow caves and holes in it. And all over these sandstone cliffs and inside these caves are hundreds of etched figures. These figures were done by Native Americans up to 1,000 years ago. The White Mountain Petroglyphs are one of Wyoming's premier rock art sites, and this site is sacred to members of the Shoshone, Arapaho, and Ute tribes. For this is the rock art, handprints, and footprints of their ancestors.
These petroglyphs have been really interesting, so when you're down here to the Killpecker Sand Dunes, be sure to stop over here and check them out.
Looking out in the distance over towards the dunes, we notice Johnny and the crew have finally made it, and they are wasting no time tearing up the sand. Looks like about 4 machines, Mavericks and Razors. They're probably looking for us, so it's time to cut across the top and catch up to them.
We're about 3 miles away by road, but cutting across the top of the dunes, the distance is about half. It won't take us long to catch up with Johnny and the crew. It's late afternoon and the sand has really dried out nicely. We'll soon meet them over at the big dunes.
Hi, this is Johnny with Toyskins.com. We're up here at Killpecker riding and we are having a great time.
Once we arrived, we were told that a bet had been made that Johnny couldn't make it to the top of the big dune. Someone said something about $20 and the bet is on.
Do it.
High five, Sammy.
Do it. All right.
Nice.
My money would be on Johnny, knowing that he has a turbo on his Razor.
$20 saying I couldn't make it up that hill. You owe me some money.
There you go,
Man that pays his bills.
And now it's time for everyone else to get a little dune climbing in and test out their own machines. But we all agree that Johnny gets the high mark of the day. We've all had a great time here tearing up the sand.
We sure did, Blake. But now it's time to load up and head over to the Boar's Tusk. We're driving out the same road that we drove in on. The Boar's Tusk is about 4 miles southwest.
Well, back behind me is a huge rock. What is that, Meg?
Well, that is a monolith that they call the Boar's Tusk. No one knows how it got its name, and it sticks 400 feet straight up from the red desert floor. The Boar's Tusk is a real natural wonder. It took millions of years to form, and it's a volcanic plug, but it has been a landmark for Native Americans and trappers and settlers in this area, well, since they started coming here. And out of all the things that we've seen out here, I think that's one of the neatest.
Well, it's been a landmark for us today because every time we came over the top of one of those big dunes, there was the boar's tooth right there.
Yep, we could see it everywhere. And you know, it's just one of many beautiful landmarks right here in the big, beautiful state of Wyoming. And if you want to find out more about visiting Wyoming, visit wyomingtourism.org. You can find things to do, places to stay, events, and a whole lot more.
Well, Meg, this has been a great adventure. So be sure and join us next time for another PowerSports adventure.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook for action videos, photos, contests, and more. That's facebook.com/PowerSports Adventures. And visit our website, PowerSportsAdventures.com.